Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, January 6th. Um, I am going to be showing you one of your resources for your lessons today. We're talking about the Egyptian pharaohs today, okay? So, before you start your activity, we're going to go through this slideshow so that you have some background information on some of the pharaohs that you are going to do a web search on, okay? So, here we go. And I really like this slideshow because you'll see these cool pictures of the pharaohs in them. I think they're pretty cool. All right, here we go. So this is Ramses II. He fought against the Hittites in Kadesh. He accomplished much for Egypt through war. Egypt's greatest builder, Abu Simbel, he ruled for over 60 years, and he was known as Ramses the Great. Okay, so whenever you see Ramses the Great, that's referring to Ramses II. Next, we have Hatshepsut. She's the only child of King Thutmose I. She married her half-brother, Thutmose II. She became co-regent with her son, Thutmose III. He was too young to rule, so she assumed power. Right, regent is one of our vocabulary terms, a person who rules for a child until they're of age to rule themselves. And she dressed as a pharaoh. She even wore, as you can see right here, a false beard. Thutmose III. He ruled alongside his stepmother, Hatshepsut. He tried to erase her name from history. Okay, he did not like her. He was considered the Napoleon of Egypt. He conquered all of Syria. He never lost a battle. And he built within the temple of Karnak, and he also built the festival hall. Akhenaten, okay, he was married to Amenhotep and later changed his name to Akhenaten. He started a new religion where the sun god Aten was worshipped. Remember when we talked about religion and how the Egyptians were polytheistic? He tried to move them into monotheism, believing in one god, and that did not go over well with the Egyptian people. He moved the capital from Thebes north to Amarna, where a new temple was built to honor Aten. He changed the style of art to show more distorted body shapes. And like I said, the worship of Aten did not last after Akhenaten died. People were not a fan of that change. Tutankhamun, here we go. We're going to talk about him more tomorrow. So he was born named Tutankhamun, but then changed his name to Tutankhamun to reverse the worship of Aten and return back to the worship of Amun. Confusion, but that whole thing of going from monotheism back to polytheism like they had been used to doing. He moved the capital back to Thebes from Amarna, so he basically erased everything that had been done prior to him. He married his half-sister, and he was virtually unknown until his tomb was discovered in 1922 in the Valley of the Kings. We will look into that more tomorrow and Friday. Cleopatra. Okay, her father was Ptolemy. She became co-regent with her brother. She married her brother. She sought refuge in Egypt. We'll get more into that when we talk about Rome. There's a little bit of a sticky situation there. She was killed by Ptolemy. Ptolemy's forces lost to Julius Caesar in the Battle of the Nile. She fell in love with Caesar, had a son. Then she fell in love with Mark Antony and had more children. And then she committed suicide by forcing herself to be bit by a poisonous snake. Lots of drama revolving around Cleopatra. We are going to see her, like I said, once again when we talk about Caesar and Mark Antony. Here are some of the buildings that were built by some of the pharaohs. Okay, remember Ramses II, Ramses the Great was the great builder. King Tut's tomb, which was found in the 1900s, right? Hatshepsut built a temple. This was worshiping Aten, the sun god, when Akhenaten was the ruler. Here's the festival hall. And there we go. Okay, so you can look at this and you can also use the resource in the next video where I will show you what you will be doing today. So there you go. Watch the next video.